this stage ready and run through all the content we're revealing. So get excited, because we've got more gameplay than ever. Tell them, Golden Boy!
I'll be bringing you Apex Legends Season 2 reveals, including a new weapon, a new battle pass, and we're revealing a new legend live on stage.
Great. Adam Rank, quickly, what does Madden 20 have for us?
Gameplay, Greg.
Okay, I meant quick, but not that quick.
Okay, well, we've got an exclusive first look at gameplay. We've got a deep dive into X-Factor abilities, face of the franchise. We got Patrick Mahomes throwing sidearm. We got some Deadeye thing. We got Ray.
Too long! Now Freeman, Hardy, Battlefield 5. News?
We've got loads of it. Brand new maps and, of course, some new updates to reveal too.
And even more surprises at the end when we reveal...
No spoilers! In Freeman, you might want to touch yourself up too. Golden Boy, we're back to you. FIFA 20, talk to me.
FIFA dropped their reveal trailer this morning announcing Volta Football. Later today, I'll have all the new details on FIFA 20, and some very special guests will give you even more info on Volta.
That's good. Also, you should call your mom more often. I mean, it has nothing to do with FIFA 20, but it's just good advice for you and everyone watching. Okay, now, Julia, you're also hosting The Sims. Tell me what you've got in 3 words.
Brand new pack reveal.
That's 4 words. Now win me back by telling me what you have in store for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Why are you asking me? It's your show.
Right, we have 15 minutes of exclusive, never before seen gameplay, and I am so excited to sit down with Vince, Stig, to find out all about this Star Wars game. But ladies and gentlemen, this is it. We are mere minutes away. Folks, this is your last chance. Grab that drink, grab a snack, adjust your chair to the perfect degree you want, because EA Play starts soon. All right, guys. This is it. They can be organized better. You're doing a great job brooming, all right? You take 5. Plant guy, can see more hustle out of you.
Empiezan con Star Wars. Eso, doctores. No sé por qué se le fue el sonido a esto. Fallo, qué fallo. La nueva temporada de Apex viene con un nuevo mapa y se supone que sí, eso es lo que se ha dicho, que ya van a meter el nuevo mapa y a al nuevo personaje. O sea, porque no me acuerdo cómo se llama. Lo que me acuerdo es que tiene que ver con electricidad y varas así. Pero no me acuerdo del nombre ahorita y no. Mañana Microsoft tiene su evento en el E3 a las 2 de la tarde. Bethesda a las 18:30, esas son las 6:30. Y Devolver Digital a las 8 de la noche. No sé Devolver Digital cuál es, o sea, qué juegos promociona Devolver Digital. Microsoft dicen que viene con muy buenas cosas, incluso el xCloud, que es una de las cosas que más llama la atención. A ver si puedo acomodar esto un poco mejor. Sí. Ahí está. Listo. Bueno, sí, Microsoft mañana a las 2, Bethesda a las 6:30. PC Gaming a las 11 de la mañana el lunes, en teoría. Ubisoft a las 2 de la tarde el lunes. Square Enix a las 8 de la noche. No, a las 7 sería aquí. A las 7 de la noche. Todo eso hora tica, ¿verdad? Un poco más de 2 minutos para que empiece el de Star Wars. Media hora se van a tirar con el de Star Wars. Está confirmado en las plataformas de ese juego de Star Wars. No, Sony no va a estar en el E3. No quiso participar esta vez. El gran ausente, dicen muchos. El de Star Wars viene para PC, Play 4 y Xbox One. Como siempre, dejan al Switch de lado por la megapotencia gráfica que...
EA Play coming to you live from Hollywood, California. Now we're doing things a little bit differently this year. Instead of just one show, you're getting every half hour a deep dive into one of the games you love. You can watch them all, you can turn off the stream right now, you can tune in for just your favorites, but anyways, we've got a ton of gameplay for you. Apex Legends is bringing a new weapon, a new mode, a new battle pass, and even a new legend. Battlefield 5 has tons of new maps to show off, plus some surprises. FIFA 20 has a brand new way to play, plus a bunch of game updates you've been shouting for. Madden 20's got gameplay packed deep dives into all new features, including those awesome new X-Factor abilities. And The Sims is unveiling a never-before-seen pack, along with a few new surprises. And of course, in just a few moments, I'll be kicking things off with the latest on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, including 15 minutes of world premiere, never-before-seen, first-look exclusive gameplay. So get ready, because EA Play starts now.
Nuevo modo, nuevo pase de batalla y nueva leyenda para Apex Legends. Pero no dijeron nada de mapa. Voy a subir un toque para que se escuche mejor. Viene ahora sí el gameplay de Star Wars.
Jedi Fallen Order. We've been waiting so you know what? We're talking about Star Wars. Yeah. We've been waiting so long for details on this game. I can't believe it. Can you believe it, LA?
Sigue hablando.
And we're finally here to help us get things started. We've got the Get in there. How you doing? Goodness.
Para ser los creadores de Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Please keep it going. They're making a Star Wars game.
Ojo. Ya viene el sonido. Ay, Dios. No sé qué me pasó aquí. Yo no escucho.
It's Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really get any bigger than that.
Yeah, this is something that Stig and I have been envisioning for years, to see it come to life and be able to show you guys 15 minutes of gameplay today.
What? 50 minutos de gameplay.
All right.
No, mentira.
So
15.
everybody's anxious to see what this 15 minutes is going to be.
Yeah.
For somebody
15
watching right now
minutos de
who's just a
gameplay.
FIFA fan, they don't know anything. What is happening? What is this
Apenas
game
para
all about?
perro del mal que
This
viene
is
a ver
a
Star
single-player
Wars.
action-adventure game set post... Oh, yeah. Oh.
They're not dead, everybody!
Set post-Order 66 after the events in Episode 3, when all the Jedi were hunted down. Well, not all. When the Jedi were hunted down and eliminated.
So, Stig, that's the nutshell of the entire game. What are we about to see? Where are we at in the game right now for context?
Okay, so Cal's, like, this takes place maybe about 3 hours into the game.
Okay.
So Cal's built himself up. He's not a lowly Padawan anymore, but he's not a full Jedi yet.
Sure.
Like Vince said, this is unedited. We had one of our star players, Blair, over there.
That's it right there!
This is an expert playthrough.
Okay.
So we're going to see some really cool stuff.
He practiced a few times. 2 or 3, Blair? 2 or 3?
2 or 3 dozen.
It takes place on Kashyyyk, which
Okay.
is the Wookiee planet.
Of course.
And Cal's on a mission to restart the Jedi Order, and it takes him here to Kashyyyk. And the Wookiees have been enslaved by the Empire, who's basically siphoning the planet for all its resources to build up the Imperial war machine.
Got it. All right, so I brought out my phone, not to be rude, of course. It wouldn't be Greg Miller if I didn't look at the Twitch chat. And yeah, they are all through with us talking. They'd like to see the game. We've gone on long enough. We're not going to drone.
Let's do it.
Vince,
Well, let's roll.
would you like to kick it off?
Let's go!
Bien, ahora sí, empezamos. Empezamos. Comienza el viaje. Ah, bueno, los 15 minutos de gameplay son desde el principio del juego, al parecer. El logo de Xbox. Opa. El alfa del juego, o sea, ya desarrollado. Definitivamente eso en Xbox se debe ver muy bien.
Jedi, over here.
Jedi over here. Seis personas en directo, nunca había tenido tantos, esa vara. Mire ese actor. No sé cómo se llama, pero es muy bueno.
The Empire want with tree sap?
Nothing good. They refine the sap into a powerful compound, and they're rushing to expand production.
Opa.
We have to stop them.
That's the plan. We don't know their end game, but they spread themselves too thin. This map we recovered proves it.
Here you go, bud.
These refineries double as brutal prison camps. We use those cutters to create a distraction, while you take your lightsaber and free the Wookiees inside. We need their help to stop the Empire.
Understood.
Watch yourself in there.
Mucho inglés no sé, pero ahí voy entendiendo. A ver si puedo cambiarle la resolución, mejorarla porque no se ve muy bien. Ahora sí se ve mejor. Qué diferencia. Para los que les gusten los juegos de aventura, este es ideal. Y si les gusta Star Wars y los juegos de aventura, aún más. Próximo Willy Rex. Se imagina. Más que yo, primero no tengo cámara, segundo el micrófono es de esos baratiers, entonces no es así como que ahorita puedo dar una transmisión de muy alta calidad. Ya se fueron 3, sí, de ahí. Ellos se pierden mi voz, Bueno, aunque sea aquí, aunque quede uno aquí, seguimos. R2D2, o como lo conocimos en Latinoamérica al principio, Arturito. Opa. Y eso se ve muy lento los enemigos para llegar, nada que ver. O está en modo fácil o el juego es muy fácil, al principio obviamente. Eso sí estuvo bonito. Qué bueno está ese toque. No, Christian, de Apex nada todavía. Apex viene después de Star Wars. Primero Star Wars, después Apex, creo que después sigue FIFA y cierran con los Sims 4.
Think you can help me, PD?
Yo sí me quedo con el FIFA 20, yo me quedo toda la transmisión. Mientras haya una persona, ya le dije, ahí le damos. Yo es que Star Wars no sé nada, entonces todos esos poderes para mí son nuevos. Que congele al enemigo, que lo mande a volar. No, Cristiano, de Apex no lo han mostrado.
You sure you want to plug into this thing? Okay. Oh, a shortcut. That's why you wanted to get this thing. You had no idea that was there, did you? You just wanted to turn that cutter on.
Vaya cague tranquilo, weón. Qué madre, man. Ay, man. Qué buena. Vaya cague porque dura media hora y son 15 minutos de gameplay lo que van a enseñar de Star Wars. La verdad se ve muy interesante el juego. Tiene pingado. Se ve muy interesante y para los que les cuadra Star Wars, me imagino que va a ser muy bueno. Xbox, Play 4 y computadora sale. Si yo lo llego a adquirir, me lo agarro para la compu, que es lo que tengo, compu y Switch. No hay plata para más. Ojo. Ahí gritó como que lo atacaron. Ojo. Oh. Creí que le iba a arrancar la cabeza. Yo no me había dado cuenta que el mouse estaba ahí estorbando. De Apex dice que van a enseñar al nuevo personaje, a una nueva arma, un nuevo modo de juego que la gente espera, o 4 jugadores o en solitario. Yo pienso más que sería en solitario, ¿no? Pero quién sabe, aunque no tiene gracia porque una de las características de Apex es estar reviviendo y la vara. Bueno, no estar reviviendo, sino poder revivir. Está reviviendo solo nosotros los mancos. Tiene buenas mecánicas el juego, la verdad. Muy buenas. Lo mató con el propio disparo. Qué irónico. ¿Y por qué? O sea, ¿por qué pide squad de 4? ¿Qué tanta diferencia hay con la de 3? Yo la verdad prefiero el solitario a veces porque uno es tan manco que a veces se obstina de que lo estén carreando ahí, que lo lleven de mochila. Pareja, tío. Yo en pareja no lo veo. No veo ahorita así que saquen en pareja. Yo siento que es squad de 4 o en solitario. Sí. No me acuerdo ahorita el nuevo PG, pero yo creo que sí es mujer. Lo único que recuerdo es que tiene que ver con electricidad. Como que instala unos bastones de electricidad o algo así. Me imagino que estilo caustic, como el veneno. Dicen que es así, estilo bulky, como caustic y Gibraltar.
We're here to free you. You're not alone.
El Fortnite. El Fornite. Yo nunca he jugado a Fortnite. Debería.
Visitation is not permitted.
Hasta ahí llegó, me imagino. Sí, hasta ahí llegó el gameplay. Uf. La verdad, no me gusta Star Wars. No soy fan de Star Wars, pero se ve muy bien. Como que le dieron más bulla al Xbox One. Pero viene para las tres: Xbox One, Play 4 y computadora.
Guys, congratulations. That looks pretty awesome.
Thank you.
I have a million questions, and I know we're short on time as always. I want to point out, though, in the Twitch chat, Gwyn96 says, that's frickin' cool. But he didn't use frickin'. How does it feel?
Ahí dijo que iba a leer preguntas,
deliver,
pero
right?
lo que
Like,
leyó al final
and
no
you
era,
guys liked it,
no
right?
fue una pregunta, fue como
I think I was looking at the Twitch chat. There's a lot of people
un
who liked it.
comentario
Like, what does
adulador.
it feel like to finally show this game?
Oh, it's great. I mean, being involved with this team's,
Y
Stig
yo
and his
espero
team have
que
done an
no se pueda
amazing job. They
construir,
put so much
porque
of themselves into this game to be able to be
ya
involved
eso
in
es muy
something like
de
this is
Fortnite.
just, dream
Ni en
come true.
PUBG, ni en
Agreed.
ni en
Huge
Apex
shout
se
out to the
puede
team.
construir.
Everybody
Thanks,
worked on-
guys!
everybody who busted their butts on the demo, but also the whole game. The whole game is coming together right now. So it's an amazing feeling. I'm just so proud to be up here, and I hope that Star Wars fans understand that we're really doing our best to try to honor the brand.
I mean, I think from...
Dice que espera que los fans de Star Wars entiendan que de verdad trató de hacerlo mejor para rendirle honor
I
al...
think that's pretty evident from it, and I liked when we introed you guys were talking about the fact that this is a
Más
skilled
mala palabra
person playing it, right?
a la
We all see
franquicia,
it and we think it
digamos.
looks awesome. What are we missing by not having our hands on the controllers? Like, what do lightsabers feel like?
I mean, it's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Like what?
Because it looks like it's got weight to it, and throwing it and catching it, right? Like that's the impact I think I want from it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's really satisfying. I mean,
Está hablando
the
que
game
le gusta
itself,
lo de
it's like
tirar
it's
y
thoughtful combat, as
jalar
we
al
like to call it.
enemigo.
It's what you saw was
Me
a
parece muy interesante.
really good player.
Yeah.
Right. So
He's
you'll
right
have
over
to
there
work up
again.
to
He'll
that
give out
stuff.
autographs after this panel.
So you can block, parry, deflect. Like
Yeah.
we want the combat to feel really good for people to go in and be able to like be part of that and size up the enemies when things feel right. And it feels really good.
Yeah, it's also it's about the enemy arrangements as well, like what enemies we're putting you up against, how you go in and use your tools to take them down. But it's not just lightsabers; it's the Force as well.
Sure. Well, that's part of this. You were talking to me last night about it, right? This thoughtful combat. And the idea that when I watched the demo initially, my thought was, oh, these are canned animations, right? I'm doing a force grab and stabbing the guy, and that's all. I hit R1 and that happened. That's not that way.
No, it's
right?
all freeform.
So, like, you can go back in and replay things and do it differently, or you and I would have different
Absolutely. And actually, the enemies react to each other in different ways. You saw the flame troopers fighting against the spiders. You could sit as bystander and just kind of watch that fight if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get any skill points if you do
Y
that.
eso sí no
And
lo
it's
vi
not
en
any
el
fun either.
juego.
It's fun to
Dice
watch
que los
sometimes,
enemigos
but
reaccionan
it is a
uno
lot
con
more
el
fun to
otro,
play.
pero
You talk about the skill
y yo
points.
que
Are
solo
those
se
going
mueve de
into
uno en
the
uno.
force abilities?
Quién sabe
Yeah,
si
so we're going to have the classic abilities. We're going to have
fue solo así
push,
como en esta
pull.
presentación,
We've got
digamos.
what we call force flip, which is essentially double jump,
Nice.
which is
Pero ahí
nice
se ve
because
que
that's
viene
something
como de
that
uno en
makes
uno.
sense in Star Wars, a Jedi actually doing a double jump. But we have one unique expression of the force that you saw in there, which is slow, which is a little bit of the glue between force, push, and pull.
Yeah. Well, that was awesome. I think I thought you couldn't top my favorite moment in the demo, right? Where you come around the corner, grab the stormtrooper, or force pull a stormtrooper, stab him, but when you force pulled the stormtrooper and walked him into one bolt, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That's one of my favorite. I think the first time I saw that, I freaked out a little.
You
bit.
actually
Yeah.
Ese toque sí me cuadró. Donde mata al,
Well, you did it. You
con su
delivered.
propia bala. Pa.
Tell me about
Muy bueno.
the enemies we are seeing there, right? Because that's one of those things I feel
Le
like
está diciendo que
we're
le hable de
talking
los
a lot
enemigos
about
que vamos a
seeing
ver ahí en
things
el
a lot about
juego.
As we're running through the environment, you had different things. You had your normal stormtroopers. You had non-normal stormtroopers.
Yeah, and this is just a small portion of the game, by the way. So there's a lot more that we haven't shown.
You're saying that isn't the entire game?
That is not.
That's wow.
No,
I'm surprised.
no.
But we got our classic stormtroopers. We've got the scout troopers who you saw equipped with kind of melee charged weapon. We've got the flame troopers, but we also have the purge troopers whose task is to basically hunt Jedi.
Yeah.
Soften them up before the Inquisitors come in.
And like we're seeing right here, right? Like this bad.
That's
MF
the purge trooper.
That's
yeah.
yeah,
exactly. Like so
new that the team created.
In
Yeah.
there you go. Adding to the
Dijo
Star
algo de
Wars.
crear un
What, we're
team.
pointing at one guy. Did he create it?
Pero no.
Just that one man did?
Yeah.
It was a team effort that you led the charge.
Jordan did the concept.
Good job, Jordan. Everybody, great cheers for Jordan.
Ah, ya, el equipo de
So we're
creación.
going through, and
Jejeje.
you have these new
El problema no
stormtroopers,
saber
you have
inglés.
You have one of my favorite droids of all time coming back,
The KX.
and then making me fight him.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, you do.
No,
Trust me, you do.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then talk about the other star of this 15-minute demo, right? The new droid, BD1.
There he is right there.
No, BD1. BD1's in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, BD1. He's adorable, as I'm sure you know. I immediately want him as a
Las
backpack, so
mecánicas de
just a heads up
estos
if you're talking
eventos
maybe the
son
licensing
así.
department.
Se
That
muestran primero gameplay
make
o
what does he
los
do in the
juegos y
game, right?
después una entrevista,
Excuse
las
me, we're hosting
habladas.
a
Así son las de
keep it
Xbox
down over there.
también.
What are the traits?
Inside
What are we
the
using it as?
box.
Is he just flair? Am I using him for different things?
Like story-wise, he's Cal's companion. He's
Yeah.
an explorer droid, which is perfect because Cal's on this mission for survival that's taken him to all these savage planets. BD sounds for Buddy Droid 1, which is
That's Respawn. That's
Yeah, I
Respawn.
mean,
I don't think I didn't notice the wall running either. I'm like, well, yeah, Respawn made this game. Yeah, okay.
definitely inspired by BT,
Yeah.
but the name ended up sticking.
Yeah.
So one of the cool factoids is his voice is authored by the legendary Ben Burt.
Oh, nice.
Who did all the main sound designer in the original trilogy and beyond. But he can hack doors, computers, as we saw in there.
So just scan some stuff there.
Yep. Scan
Opening
the
doors.
environment for like environmental storytelling, learn more lore about the planet.
I saw him shooting out health packs. Is that a canned animation after a fight? Is it a button I'm hitting?
It's player input.
Okay.
Whenever
like
they
a
want.
cooldown on it?
Whenever they want, BD will eject a stim pack.
Okay.
There's a limited amount that you can find more over the course of the game, and you're actually in that moment you're defenseless, so you got to choose wisely when you're going to do it.
Okay. We've seen the gameplay. Without spoiling stuff for me,
Te pongo subtítulos
what's going on
al
in the story? Like, obviously, Cal, I thought he was going to be way
video para que
weaker
se
as a
entienda
Jedi.
mejor.
You know, just tell me the whole story.
O lo dejamos así.
A to B, Stig, how's it go? What's the ending?
Well,
Actually, you know what? Stop. Full stop. I can't believe I've gone this long in the panel without asking. Is Watto in this game?
Sorry, I can't say.
But that's not a no. Hashtag Watto 2019. I'll be retweeting them all after this panel. Thank you very much. But what's going on in the story outside of Watto should be in it?
Well, you know, story's a really big deal to us. We've created this with Lucasfilm. We got to keep a really tight lip on it. So I don't really want to go into it too
everybody.
far.
Go home.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah, the story.
Gotta save it.
Okay. I know one of the things a lot of people had been asking, right? I'd put up stuff on Instagram saying, hey, give me questions. Community wanted to know. This is
Pero
Star Wars
nadie
canon,
habla.
right? You
Totally canon.
Dígame
Totally
si pongo
legit.
subtítulos o no.
Cal's a real character.
Yeah.
O fue que se durmieron
Saw
ahí.
Gerrera in there. He's you know, obviously part of the Star Wars universe. Seer, Cal's mentor.
Yeah.
They're all gonna live in other places.
Okay, that's great. Vince, how's that feel? No pressure.
It feels great.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, we have.
You act like it's so nonchalant. You're making a Star Wars game. It's canon.
Yeah, it's not nonchalant at all. It's amazing. Like I said, I'm just like shocked to be up here. I'm like.
I know it's a big deal to work with me, but it's okay. It'll be all right.
We've been talking about this for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So.
The other big community question I've seen a lot is, it's a Star Wars game, and Star Wars games in the past have allowed us to go light or dark. Is that a choice here?
No.
Okay, well. Why not?
Qué directo.
Because. No, I think it goes back to the fact that Cal's authentic, and he has to fill a certain role so he can be used in other places.
Yeah, this is a Jedi story.
Well, that's the thing I appreciate the most, is that you guys are coming
Historia
in and
de
telling a
Jedi-
story,
de Jedi,
right?
yes.
Like, I think that's why so many of us are excited for it, is the idea that this is
Ahí
a Star
está.
Wars story that you
Inglés,
guys
general
have something to
autocrítico.
tell, something to say, and a lot of walls to run on. Vince and Stick, anything you want to say to the fans before we let you go?
Creo que los
Just
subtítulos van
thanks for the support.
atrasadísimos.
The energy here is great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
We're
Fantastic.
Greg showing us some
muy
stuff
atrasados.
online. Like everyone, the reaction is fantastic.
Tiene sentido por ser en vivo.
Amazing moment.
Que vayan muy
The
atrasados,
team,
pero si no,
badass.
entonces
Thank
no.
you guys.
Go
All
team.
your hard work. Now we just have to finish. Can't wait to bring it to you guys. There's so much more that you haven't seen yet. I can't wait to show you.
Believe it or not, there's so much more. There is more at the Microsoft conference tomorrow.
That's right.
Vince, Stig, thank you so
FIFA
much for
hay
coming
que ver
out.
qué trae
November
nuevo,
15th.
porque
Can't come
siempre
soon
le
enough. For
critican
those
eso
of you
a
here at EA Play,
a
the
Electronic
Respawn
Arts,
team has brought
que
even
FIFA
more
siempre es
gameplay
igual un
for you to
año
check
tras
out
otro.
over in the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order
Para mí
theater.
no,
And
porque
for those of you at
antes de
home,
jugar el del
extended.
2019, el último que había jugado fue
for those of you at
2015.
home,
Ahí sí hay un gran
stay
cambio.
tuned for Apex Legends.
Bueno, aquí
Yeah.
termina el de Star Wars. Ahora sí viene lo que muchos estamos esperando, el de Apex Legends.
Thank you for the yeah. I was like, that's the corniest joke I put in this thing. No one's gonna laugh. Everybody, I'm Greg Miller. Thanks everybody for watching. We got more EA Play for you now.
Ya casi me como los espacios.
How hyped are we
Se
for
nota,
Star
se nota.
Wars?
Ah, también está Battlefield 5.
So hype. Hype
Ese no lo había
mode
visto.
engaged, although that's actually a lie. It was engaged about 3 days
O sea,
ago.
está
Anyway,
para
so
durar,
big
en
thanks
teoría,
to
3
Vince and
horas.
Stig for sharing that exciting
2 horas y
deep
media,
dive into
3 horas,
Star
sí,
Wars
3 horas.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Supongo que los Sims 4 termina a las 12:30. Un
We're all a
minuto y
little bit too
medio para
excited
Apex,
to
un poquito
not lie.
más.
I'm
Minuto
Julia Hardy, and a little
45.
later on, Adam Freeman and I will be bringing you news on Battlefield 5. Yeah. Right now, though, EA Play is in full swing with gamers getting their hands on all kinds of exclusives. There's a lot to look forward to, starting with our next show, Apex Legends. So Alex Goldenboy Mendez is bringing you the hottest news on Apex Legends Season 2. We've got info on a new weapon, new battle pass, new mode, and a reveal of the 10th legend. Stay tuned because Apex Legends is moments away.
Nueva arma, nuevo modo. Y dijo algo más, pero no lo entendí. $20 segundos para Apex. Ahora sí se viene. Ahora sí yo que se está cagando. El peor momento para cagarse.
Looking for me? Surprise.
Me imagino que el de Apex también va a durar media hora.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to EA Play 2019, and I'm so excited to talk about Apex Legends here at EA Play. I'm professional esports commentator Alex Goldenboy Mendez. Now, everyone at Respawn has been working diligently and making Apex Legends the best battle royale game out there. We've got some big updates. That's right. I like that. Like that, baby. Bring that energy. We got some exciting details to share on Apex Legends Season 2, including a brand new weapon, a new mode, an improvise, you hear me? I'm improvising. An improved battle pass, a reveal of the 10th legend coming to the arena,
batalla, nueva arma, nuevo modo y nueva leyenda.
Let's jump out of this dropship, dive right into the hot zone. Take it away, Jay.
Thanks, Golden Boy. I'm Respawn's community manager, Jay Frechette, and as you can see,
Él es el
we've brought
community
Kings
manager.
Canyon to life right here at EA Play. We've even got all 9 current legends here to help me bring you some of the Season 2
Esa Bangalore
updates
sí
that
se
you've been
parece.
clamoring for.
Ese Mirage
We're going to
se ve
introduce you
bien
to our
gay.
newest legend after the show,
Esa
but for those
Ride
of you at home, don't miss
de
your
película
chance
de
to jump
terror.
into our legendary hunt event. Check it out.
My lifeline, bye. Ay, bye. Ahora sí, vamos a ver.
The hunt is upon us. Prepare yourself.
Bloodhound, but you can't. No,
The
this is-
legendary hunt has begun.
I am
Legends
Bloodhound.
can compete to
But you
enter an
call me
all-new
Bloodhound.
Apex Elite queue. Complete challenges for
Caustic.
exclusive cosmetics.
I could do this all day.
Earn XP and Battle Pass boosts. And find all new exclusive skins in the in-game store.
Only the strong will
Están hablando del evento.
For a limited time, legends who place in the top 5 of any match will
El
earn the
evento que está
right to
activo
join
actualmente.
the Apex Elite queue.
¿De cuánto es su racha? De 5 de top
There, they will
5.
have the opportunity to test
Yo lo
their
más que he
skills
logrado es una.
against the most
De una en
talented
una hoy.
legends in the
He
game.
hecho varias, pero solo separadas. Bah.
Additionally, legends can complete legendary hunt challenges to earn rewards, like the epic Master of the Hunt Bloodhound, the Wolfpack G7,
Not your day. I won this one.
and hunt down 2 wins to score the exclusive legendary Tamed
Triple
Beast
take.
Triple Take.
Qué buena skin.
Trust in the gods, and you shall be rewarded.
Opening fire. Got him.
During the event, all Battle Pass owners will receive the free legendary Honored Prey R301. Hit level 15 on your Battle Pass, and you'll also earn the legendary Night Terror Wraith.
You know what I look like. Come find
Está vacilón ese skin de
Every
Raid.
day, legends can also
Totalmente
earn an
diferente a
entire Battle Pass level
lo que
for
estamos
your first top
acostumbrados.
5 finish of the day.
Thank you for the fun fight.
And we're doubling down with our first ever double
Doble
XP weekend.
experiencia.
One moment.
From June 7th to June
Del
9th,
7 al
earn
9.
double XP on both your base and Battle Pass progression.
Aprovechen a jugar bastante. Ayer, hoy y mañana.
Throughout the
Para
event,
subir de nivel
be
como
sure to
locos.
keep an eye on the rotating
Pathfinder,
store
Octane,
for
Mirage,
new
Lifeline,
exclusive
Caustic.
legendary hunt cosmetics.
The sky has opened and gifted the day.
Squad up and drop in, as the legendary hunt won't last forever. Good luck, legends.
Let the hunt
Supongo que el siguiente evento sería de cuando exista un segundo evento.
That's right. Until June 18th, you
De
can jump
Gibraltar.
into the Legendary
Supongo que van en
Hunt, our
orden, ¿no?
limited
Primero
time event that
Bloodhound.
features the debut of our Elite Queue,
Esa
exclusive
lifeline,
challenges you can
no lo
unlock,
supero.
and some killer skins and more. Also, this weekend is double XP weekend, so there's lots of great reasons
¿Habrán
to jump
contratado a
in.
alguien
The
sin
community
piernas de verdad
really
para
brought
hacer
it
de
since its event
Octane?
launch, and it's awesome to see the best duke it out.
Porque no
Back to you,
parece
Golden
así
Boy.
que
Thank you so much, Jay.
tenga
Thank you,
los
Jay,
pies
for that.
metidos
Appreciate
ahí.
it. All right. That was season 1. Who's ready to talk about season 2? I like that. So, you know,
Está bien en la
play this
segunda
game every
temporada.
day. It's one of my favorites, and I did this like right before the show started. That's how much I play this game. And you know, I'm going to jump back in when we finish up. But first, I do want to talk about season 2. We've got the first details here, and joining me, we got Drew
Ahora sí.
McCoy in the house, ladies
John
and gentlemen.
McCoy va a presentar junto a él lo nuevo de la segunda temporada.
Beautiful, beautiful content.
Yes.
What do you have for us today?
Well, it's coming.
Okay.
First and foremost.
Content is coming. Confirmed. You've heard
El
it here
contenido
first.
está viniendo, pero
season
todavía no
2,
está disponible,
it's
obviamente.
coming July 2nd, and it's called
Oiga, ahí
Battle
está.
Charge.
Segundo,
So
2 de julio.
Battle Charge will be
2 de
coming
julio
out.
es
What can we
confirmado la
expect,
segunda
though, when
temporada
this new
para el
season
2 de
drops?
julio.
Yeah, so as we announced when we launched the game, we're taking a seasonal approach. So we're trying to cram as much
Habemos
into the
fecha,
launch
2
of
de
season
julio,
2 as
segunda
possible, with some
temporada.
other stuff along the way.
Apex
But what you can
Legends.
expect from the launch is a new legend, a new weapon,
Nueva
a new way to
leyenda,
play
nueva
the game,
arma,
Okay.
nuevo modo de juego.
perhaps a map event.
Ey,
And a lot of this has been done through a lot of the
dijo algo el
feedback
mapa.
from community.
Dijo algo el mapa,
We're
ahí
also
está.
changing up some of the
Confirmado lo del mapa,
balance
eso era lo
of
que yo
weapons
más
to try
quería.
and
Nuevo
buff up some
mapa.
of the weaker
No es nuevo
weapons,
mapa, pero sí
and
nuevas
bring a lot of cool
partes
stuff
o
in
algo
here.
así.
Okay.
Ya veremos qué nos enseñan.
We're going to talk about a good portion of it here, but let's talk about that sweet new content because season 2 is bringing a new weapon to the fight, and today we're excited to show it to you. So let's just go
Por
ahead.
eso no sé si
roll
tengo
the
el
clip.
micrófono prendido porque nadie habla. Ahí viene, ahora sí. Papá.
I bathe in the blood.
Your ignorance meets your end. Need help. Good job, me. A new season. Strong work. Hostile over there.
Frag out. Wicked.
Ah, bueno. El doctor sí me escucha, por lo menos. Aunque se sigue comiendo los espacios. O sea.
Accept it, I'm here. You're not.
There you have it, the L-Star, man. I remember getting slapped by this gun in Titanfall too. So pretty excited to see this one make it to the fold in the arena. Seems really powerful. So tell me more about its place in the entire weapon loadout for Apex Legends.
Yeah, so the L-Star's new. It's coming. Launch of Season 2. It's actually a care package weapon because it's so OP. It's just amazing. But
I said that out front.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like the master for the Kraber. It's incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
And being a care package weapon, it doesn't use any of the existing ammo on the ground, so whatever you get with it is what you got.
I also noticed too, it shattered through doors.
Yeah, it can open doors.
So like melees, grenades, and now
the L-Star.
Wow. Okay, so that is pretty sizable. Now, what other changes are going to be coming to weapons? Because this may seem very nerdy, but I'm a huge fan of hop-ups. I'm all about Prowler with my switch fire. That's my jam.
Yeah.
What are you bringing me?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, there's going to be some meta changes to the weapons. We're trying to bring up some of the weaker weapons. And then, yeah, there are 2 new hop-ups coming. Not really going to say what they are yet. You guys got to wait for Season 2. But there is a chance that maybe a memeable weapon named after an African country is usable.
Is usable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps.
All right, perhaps. I mean, that is yet to be seen. We'll have to see if that's going to be a reality. All right, cool. So we're starting out hot with that L-Star light machine gun. We also have the Battle Pass. And, you know, when you guys first spoke about the Battle Pass, you said that it was a learning experience. What's different this time around for Season 2?
Yeah, so we've been listening to the community a lot. Season 1 didn't quite launch as well as we were hoping. The content was fairly underwhelming for players, so we've been taking that in. We've been getting all sorts of data from people buying skins to what they equip on their characters or weapons, and so we've taken this learning and put it in a Season 2 Battle Pass. So first off the bat, it's challenge-based now instead of essentially time-based. So you'll get daily and weekly challenges, and they stack if you don't play for a while. So you can come back after a month and try and knock them all out on a weekend and level up really quick. Ultimately, this does mean leveling level 100 is a lot quicker than in Season 1. We're also getting rid of all the badges and stat trackers, taking up space throughout the leveling process. And we are inserting 3 entirely new content types into the Battle Pass, which we will talk about later. And there's a lot more skins in it, and there's going to be enough crafting metals by the time you hit level 100 to craft your very own legendary of your choosing.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of value
No
for
entendí
that
mucho lo que dijo, pero a la gente le gustó.
All right, and now, you know,
Vienen cosas
talking about
legendarias,
Apex, it's got some pretty sick skins. What
eventos
skins do you have
diarios.
for me today?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I think our skin
Eventos,
game has
retos
been
diarios.
upped pretty significantly. You can see that with the Wraith skin specifically from the Legendary Hunt event. But we got 4 legendary skins in the Battle Pass. So we have 2 character and 2
Cuatro skin
weapon.
legendarios.
So for Caustic, he's got the Prince of Darkness skin.
Qué
And for
buena esa de
Octane, we're
Caustic.
doing the Jade
Me
Tiger.
encanta, me
I think
encanta.
yeah, you can see there's Prince of Darkness right there. And then there is a skin for the Spitfire called the Intimidator.
Es una skin para el Spitfire.
And the R301 is getting 2
Es como un
skins actually.
rinoceronte.
So
Un
the Iron
rinoceronte, ah.
Rampage at level
Un
100.
rinoceronte.
And then there's a golden version as well.
Muy linda, muy
Man,
linda.
do you see that, by the way? Do you see
Y
it?
esa,
Sick.
That looks insane. That looks insane. All right.
Qué buenas
Now
skins
another
vienen.
question that the
Pero me
community
imagino que
is
es para los de
having,
paga nada
they're
más.
just dying to
O
have
sea, para-
answered. New ways to play. Elite
Paga
Q
para
was
tenerlas.
awesome. I think it's like one of the coolest additions for Apex Legends. What else?
Yeah, so when we designed Apex Legends, we really wanted it to have kind of a competitive core to it. This is a game that's meant to be played over hundreds of hours and mastered. Really deep learning experience.
Dicen que
And
cuando
so
crearon Apex
Elite Q
Legends
is our first step towards getting to a higher competitive stage.
Okay.
And so
querían
Season 2,
crear
I'm
una
really
experiencia
stoked to
profunda
announce
y
we have a
competitiva.
ranked mode coming.
Rank mode.
Yeah.
All right.
Eso no lo escuché por estar
So
hablando.
rank mode,
O sea,
you'll progress through 6 tiers if you're good enough. You will cap out if you are garbage tier like myself.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll be in Wood Division together.
Yeah, you and me, buddy.
Yeah, that's
Wood.
what's up.
Wood 3, I think.
Wood 3? Wood 3 division?
Yeah, so it goes from Bronze all the way up to Apex Predator, and it's using special matchmaking for each of the tiers. So the higher you get, you'll probably have some longer matchmaking times, but it's because we're trying to find the best possible match for you. And then throughout the season,
quieren hacer que uno encuentre la mejor
partida
para uno. Me imagino que si uno es novato, le tiran con novatos, que para mí eso sería genial, que eso lo tiene PUBG.
All right.
Muy bueno.
I'm be honest with you. I'm going to be all up in that. It's going to be sick. I can't wait. I am legitimately concerned, as I had mentioned. Either it be the first Wood Division player, which isn't even in it, or Plastic Division.
Plastic's good.
Yeah. That's going to hurt. But, dude, thank you so much for sharing all these details, man.
Hey, man.
Guys, Drew, ladies and gentlemen, from the Respawn team.
No creo que ya se vaya. Falta que enseñen todo. Solo han enseñado el arma y unas skins.
You are too. Yep. Respect that. Any Lifeline mains in the house? Lifeline mains? All right. But that might change when the new season drops. That's right.
Ahí está el nuevo personaje.
Give the people what they want. We want to know who is the 10th legend joining the arena.
Viene la décima
leyenda.
It's my
pleasure, Golden Boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. The 10th legend joining the Apex Legends Arena is... Watson!
Watson era que se llamaba Watson.
To help us get to know our latest legend a little bit better, our team
Polo
has
Norte,
this touching
de
illustrated
Alaska.
short. Let's check it out.
Viene con frío.
As I write this letter, it's the middle of the night in late summer. An hour ago, you cracked the equations necessary to power the force field. You showed me up tonight, my magnificent daughter, and I couldn't be happier or prouder of that.
El papá le está hablando ahí a Watson.
Special, but never did I fathom that the little
Elemental, mi querida Watson, y su elemento es el trueno.
Grow up to master quantum
La
laser
electricidad
mechanics.
del trueno.
I have assured the syndicate that the modified containment force field will be operational in a month's time, and it's all thanks to you. I may be just a doddering old fool trying to hold on to Mon Bébé a little while longer before he loses her to a daughter. But I do see you. I see the strong, brilliant, wonderful young woman you've become. And I know when the day comes that
Ve la fuerza que hay en esa hermosa mujer.
going to be just fine. The
Qué mal
games
inglés.
will be brilliant because you are brilliant. My daughter can and will do anything she wants in this life.
Dice que la hija de él puede hacer lo que sea. O sea, va a partir madres.
Je t'aime de tout mon cœur, pour toujours, papa.
Una carta del papá muy emotiva.
I did it, Papa. I hope wherever you are, you're cheering for me.
Sé que donde quiera que estés,
That's right.
vas a estar no sé qué por mí. Supongo que vas a estar velando por mí o algo así.
Gentlemen who brought her
Muy,
to
muy
life. Griffin, Will,
bonita
and Tom,
introducción.
thank you so much for joining us here. Wow. So that I mean, Bible thumps in the chat, man, because that was the feels right there. Hit me right in the feels. But Griffin, we'll start with you, bud. You're one of the legend designers, and I'm curious on the approach that you guys took toward making Watson a character that has impact in the arena.
So Watson really started as a conversation between a friend of mine and I, who he's an engineer, and he has this really methodical, interesting way of taking really complex problems and systematically solving them. And so I kind of thought, what would it be like if we took the sort of the defensive complexity of Apex and introduced a character that could really create an ecosystem in which you can survive the really aggressive third-party meta, all of that stuff. So the idea behind Watson really is that if you plan and you sort of adapt to the environment, you really know the map, and you work closely with your team, that you can really create these strong defenses that people are going to really have to think about in terms of how they push on you and that sort of thing. So the current meta of I hear gunfire and I hit it as hard as I can, you know, with Bangalore, Wraith, Octane, all of those. We're trying to sort of bump that meta a little bit and make it so that this more stanced RTS kind of play style has breathing room.
Yeah, you're trying to provide like options for the players.
Yes,
Because if you want to be able to play that hyper aggressive approach, whether you're running like a composition that contains like a typical one, which would be like a Pathfinder, Wraith,
Para
and a
mancos como
Lifeline
yo,
for
eso
that
está
support,
interesante.
you can play into a composition like this, and they kind of counter one another. So that's going to be really fun. We're going to dive into the abilities and everything that she does, because let me tell you, it's insane. Now, as far as the look
Dice que
and
les
feel,
están enseñando todas las
my
habilidades que
favorite
ya
part
tiene y
about
que
Apex
déjenme
Legends is that
decirles
the characters, the legends
es
themselves,
insano, eso
they
es
stand
como,
out.
eso es
When you're looking from far away,
increíble,
you
¿no?
see the
Es como,
silhouette and you know exactly
es
who it
como,
is that you're about
eso
to
es.
engage with. What were some of the complexities in bringing a character like Watson
Bueno,
to
open
life?
English.
Yeah, so it's a collaborative effort, you know.
Yeah.
Shout out Heath and Sam, animation department. Everybody kind of works together. We were given a specific set of skills that she would be using, abilities from Griffin, and that's kind of all we had to go off of. So we had to, Heath did a great job of like bringing it all together, giving her a sort of a grounded aesthetic, she had to look like she was using electricity and stuff like that. So rubber gloves and the coils and the wires and pushing her silhouette at the same time, making her stand out. You have to be able to read who she is from different distances. From there, all right. From there, you can really go in and sculpt all the details out and work with the animators to really bring her to life, give her personality in everything that she does with her abilities and that too. So.
Yeah, and there's
Quisieron
some
darle
really cool stuff
personalidad
there
y que
as
sus
well.
habilidades son muy buenas.
Every part that Watson, she takes out an item in her kit, it's actually like on her person.
Oh yeah.
You see it happen.
Yeah, and those are all very meticulously designed.
Ahí le presentaron las nalguillas.
And then modeled out in 3D. So yeah, it's all functional.
That's great,
in the world. Yeah.
So now you get to the gameplay, the look, but the story. You know, because you got to hit us in the feels, right? Like super hard, and you just did that. Watson's backstory, who she is. Let's dive deeper into that one.
Watson's kind of different from the way we usually do things, because usually it's very collaborative and we're creating the character at the same time, all the different departments, and we're working together. Watson was different. She was already designed and drawn when I got her. And one of the great things about working at Respawn is they encourage us to create characters that are non-traditional and that are characters you haven't seen in video games before, and to kind of branch out and see what else, what other kinds of people can we represent out there. And so Watson is a very different character than I've ever seen in a video game, at least. And everything is based off of what these guys created. I mean, it's all, every single part of her backstory is connected somehow to either her abilities or her look.
And now, it was something that kind of stuck out to me. So am I correct in assuming that Watson played a big role in the arena itself?
Yes, so Watson and her father actually invented the ring.
Okay.
And so she grew up in the arena, literally in the arena when they were building it. And we're going to start to, you're going to see with Watson and moving forward, we're going to start to build the lore of this world a little bit. You're going to find out who created the games. They mentioned the Syndicate in there, so we'll talk about the Syndicate down the road. You're starting to build more and more of a universe, which is great.
So she's in here, so all the legends must know her.
Oh yeah, she was their kid sister basically. She was always
Será
hanging
que va a
around the
ser buena,
arena,
sí?
and she got to know all the legends and got to watch all of
Solo
them.
hay dos
She's not a
personas
mercenary, she's
mirando.
not a soldier. Her role is of
No me
support.
quiero ir,
So,
señor Stark.
everybody loves Watson. She's the one person that could probably unite all the legends together,
including Caustic.
Caustic respects her. She's a scientist.
Okay.
She's an engineer.
Okay, so like was
he
a strong
respects
word
her.
for Caustic.
Yeah, I don't know if Caustic
ingeniera,
likes
es como un
anybody.
asistente.
Okay,
He likes
that's
that,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
Que encaja con todas las
yeah,
leyendas. El
that's
otro pregunta
super
que si
cool.
incluso con
I
Caustic
mean,
y él
blown
le
away by
dice
this character so far. Now, I mentioned before we're going to talk about the abilities.
Puede ser la asistente
Because
de
when
Caustic.
you revealed these to me, I was floored, jaw-dropping. And a lot of people online were kind of like guessing as to like what it would be, and I'm very happy to see that a lot of them, some had the right idea, but for the most part, what she's capable of doing is ridiculous. So let's just talk about the active. First thing, defenses.
Yes. So the Watson has more interrelated abilities
Dice
than
que lo que
probably
puede hacer
any
Watson
other
es
current character we
ridículo,
have. You
en
really
el
need to
sentido, o sea,
understand how
es
they all
increíble
interact.
todo lo que puede hacer.
The fences, you can place 12 nodes, and you can use these in any permutation you want. Part of why
Ponen
we
los bastones y todo,
sort
se ve
of,
que es como una
went
niña
with
fresa.
her being
ajá.
such a brilliant electrical engineer is because we really wanted to reinforce both mechanically and thematically
Se ve como una
how
niña
creative the
fresa,
player
aplaude
can
y
be
todo
with
cuando
these.
termina de poner los
basically we're just giving you free reign to place these however you want and figure out.
And the players, they like I just saw right there. I don't know if that was intentional. So when your teammates go through, it shuts down.
It shuts off. So
if I'm downed and they run through the gate, does the gate deactivate?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different interactions, a lot of different ways that you can interact with the gates with other characters. The ultimate is, we call it an interception pylon. It shoots down bombardments, incoming grenades, stops arc star spam, and it charges your team's shield. And it also, if Watson's cooldown is slower when she's away from the pylon, but when you're near the pylon, it supercharges your tactical, so you get fences faster. So if you drop it down, it's a permanent structure until it's destroyed, and that allows you to build these large fortresses very rapidly. You can use that for defending, for flank control on offensive squads, for going up on a tower and fencing it off. Pathfinder, and then the passive is that ultimate accelerants give you your ultimate 100% ultimate charge, and so if you save up ultimate accelerants over the course of the match, that allows you to place more pylons, and it means that you don't have to play conservatively as Watson as long as you save up ultimate charges. You can keep moving with a highly mobile squad. You can play offense, defense, support, however you feel like the fences and the pylon are most effective to whatever comp you're playing.
So what you're telling me here is that Lifeline mains do not need to continuously hold ultimate accelerants anymore.
We felt like we needed to
rejoice. That's right. We did it, people. Finally, because everyone's like really mean to me if I don't like use the ult accelerant. It's not fair. Oh wow. So that is ridiculous.
There's also when they cross the fences, you get pinged as well.
Oh yeah. So if any enemies cross through the fences, it pings your entire squad. So there's a situational awareness element to them as well.
Wow.
So if you know, so this is why she grew up in the arena. If you know where all the choke points, the entrances, the exits are, you can set up fences there.
Recuerden que la fecha es para el 2 de julio
de
la segunda temporada. No sé si todo lo que están diciendo viene junto con la segunda temporada, si lo van a ir soltando poco a poco.
Maybe there's like a little synergy there that
algo antes de que empiece la segunda temporada.
There's a lot that can be done with these fences and being able to block off certain chokes.
Yeah, I think it's really the big sort of the ceiling is how creative people can get with it, and I'm really excited to see what people do with it.
And from an art perspective here, they're very distinct. They stand out. What were some of the challenges in making sure that these fences really, like when a player saw them, they knew exactly what it was, not to kind of catch them off guard, so to speak, to make it really, really stand out in the arena?
Yeah, again, silhouette's everything. You got to make it stand out, and it has to look like it lives in the world, that it's something that she can use, and that lives on her body as well. She's able to pull it out, and she's able to bring it out, and create a fortress basically, and it has to read. So we had concept artists working on every little detail, and the modelers as well, and we had to test it out. We tested it out. We play it in game or in house, and make sure it reads well.
And these guys do a tremendous job of it too. I'm like, I need like a post with electricity that goes between the two. Yeah. And they create really cool stuff with just that kind of vague hand wavy designer description.
Everything about it has clearly been thought out. This legend is going to be incredible. I can't wait to play Watson. You guys excited? Watson? That is nutty. All right, well, again, very much looking forward now. Today, we've covered a bunch here. We've seen a new weapon. We've gotten a new mode, the latest legend, and the new Battle Pass for Season 2. So, let's recap all the amazing Apex Legends action that we've seen here today.
También a veces voy y juego Rush y me mando ahí a lo loco, pero casi siempre es así de los campers cuando estoy solo, digamos.
Like a deer in the headlights.
Esto es lo que hemos visto hasta ahorita, las habilidades de Watson. Opa. ¿Qué fue eso último? ¿Qué fue eso último? ¿Qué fue eso último?
What was that? You saw the giant thing on the screen in the eyeball. What was that? Can't tell me?
Well, let's just say that. Well, no, but let's just say this. We got perhaps a couple of big things coming into Kings Canyon at the start of Season 2.
Okay.
So keep your eyes peeled over the next month. See what you can find out.
So if I were to ask you, after we're done with this, are you gonna give me the cold shoulder? Or are you actually gonna tell me?
There's no way I can tell you. Sorry.
Yo, man, I'm just holding L's all day out here, man. This is not fair. Well, Drew, thank you so much, man. Guys, Apex Legends Season 2. Let's go. July 2nd could not get here soon enough. Now, if you're in Los Angeles, come check out Apex Legends at EA Play for your first chance to get hands-on with Watson, as well as all the other great Apex Legends things happening here. And for those of you at home, Double XP Weekend is going on right now, so jump into the Legendary Hunt event and start earning those amazing exclusive skins. I'm Golden Boy. It's been a blast talking Apex Legends with you all here today, and I'll see you in the arena. Peace.
What the fuck? ¿Será que hablaron del nuevo modo y no nos dimos cuenta por no entender inglés? ¿O definitivamente no lo enseñaron? What the fuck? La decepción, la traición, hermano. Aprende inglés para los próximos directos, sí. Hey, no, que hay que aprender inglés, hay que aprender. Para el brete, para todo eso sirve más. Pero hey, todavía no hemos aprendido inglés. Creí que iban a enseñar más de Apex, la verdad. La verdad, creí que iban a enseñar más. Me quedaron debiendo un poco ahí.
That's right, you just saw a ton of new info on Apex Legends Season 2, including a new battle pass, first details on ranked mode, and the official reveal of the newest legend, Watson. I'm Greg Miller here at EA Play, where gamers are getting a chance to test drive the newest legend right now. Stick around, because up next we've got Julia Hardy and Adam Freeman giving us the dirty details on Battlefield 5, including looks at a ton of new maps, exciting updates, and details on a new theater of war. All that's moments away, so keep it locked.
Ese último toque se ve como un monstruo muy grande, solo se le ve el ojo, alrededor dos dragones y una leyenda, un personaje. Está curiosón. Muy interesante, la verdad. Habrá que ver, ese es el nuevo modo. Solo dieron una pincelada, un segundito ahí para el nuevo modo, tiene que ver con dragones y una vara rara. Sí, no, por evento se refieren a ese. Y bueno, 5 segundos para Battlefield. Por evento se refieren a ese, pero yo digo modo. Porque ellos decían un nuevo modo. Supongo que tiene que ver eso con los dragones y eso. Habrá que ver qué termina haciendo. Supongo que revelarán algo más adelante.
Hey, welcome to the Battlefield 5 show live from EA Play in Hollywood. Let's hear it! I'm Julia Hardy, and today we've got a ton of new info on some of the great updates coming to Battlefield 5 in 2019. But don't just take my word for it. My co-host, he reads all of your tweets, and I do actually mean all of them. It's a little bit creepy and weird. Battlefield Community Manager Adam Freeman. What have you got for us, Freeman?
Oh, thanks, Julia. Now, I may be a member of the Battlefield team, but as you know, I'm a fan.
I know you guys are fans too, and you're going to love what we've got to you today. So, over the next half hour, we're going to be bringing you content that's coming to you over the next few minutes. We've heard what you want, so today you're getting your first look at a ton of new multiplayer maps. Features we know you've been screaming out for, and the arrival of a new theatre of war that's coming to Battlefield 5 this fall. So, when Chapter 4 Define the Odds drops, it's bringing so much cool stuff, so let's get to it. Over to you, Julia.
Thanks, Adam. That's right. Let's wait no longer and tear the plastic off our first new map, Marita. Let's check it out.
The Battle of Greece continues. On the Marita map, Allied forces are making a last stand to halt the Axis army sweeping through the region.
Como siempre, EA tiene juegos con muy buenos gráficos, la verdad. Pero hay que ver, Battlefield 5 free to play.
You'll deploy on a sloping mountain ridge and within the tight
free
streets
to
of a
play
rural
sería
town.
genial. Qué
The Allies control the
gráficos
town,
tiene ese juego.
but Axis troops are already on its fringes.
Muy buenos gráficos.
The road down into the village is crucial, and you must fight to hold here or risk losing control of the region. You'll always have tactical choices nearby,
Bueno, no sé si
with
es
a
que yo
close
me dejo
proximity
impresionar
to
muy
other
fácil,
key
pero yo veo
locations,
muy
so
bien
keep an
los
eye out for
gráficos.
them. Marita is an infantry-focused map, where all 4 soldier classes will be able to shine. Tanks and aircraft will stand aside for intense infantry gunfights and sneaky flanks in the cobbled streets. Hills and multi-story homes means unique vertical gameplay. Stay alert in this steep environment as the
Anda,
Battle
huevo,
of
más,
Greece
sí, no, el
rages
Switch
on.
tiene menos potencia gráfica, eso es un hecho. Pero, ¿qué te puedo decir? Me gustan los juegos de Nintendo.
To help give us even more
Zelda,
details on
Pokémon.
Marita, please welcome Ryan MacArthur from DICE.
Super Smash.
Yeah. So thanks for coming out, Ryan. So obviously Marita looks amazing. What was the map's inspiration?
Well, I think
jugar
the team in LA that put this together, and they
portátil.
built the Mercury map that everyone saw earlier this month. And so they really wanted to continue that story of the Battle of Greece, which is a bit of an unknown story, new to me as well, as you learn about this stuff. So it's really cool. It's sort of set on the Albanian-Greece border, sort of in the mountains there where the Axis power sort of started to push into Greece during the war. And it's sort of set above the clouds in this nice little quiet, well, I guess what used to be quiet village. Before,
Not anymore.
Before these guys all show up. And it's a quick...
Voy a probar algo. Vamos a ver cómo nos va. Para ver si puedo irles traduciendo ahí más o menos lo que hice. No sirvió lo que iba a hacer para traducirles. Falta FIFA y falta los Sims. Bueno, dice que tienen más mapas, vamos a ver qué tal. Bueno, y repito, digo y repito. Se ve interesante, se ve con buenos gráficos y la vara. Lo que no entiendo es por qué tengo el sonido tan malo. O sea, por qué se escucha tan mal el sonido. Ay, huevón. Se fue el sonido. Es que qué mongo.
Al Sundan is classic Battlefield. We can't wait to let you play it.
Ah, muchacho, ponete vivo, muchacho.
Yeah.
Ver, sí.
That's amazing. So obviously Al Sundan was adapted from Under No Flag. So tell us a little bit about what that process was like.
Yeah, so usually, when the guys, when the team sort of focus on building these war stories, they want to create these nice narrative, linear experiences and sort of that really tell the story of World War II. But with Under No Flag, they sort of took a little bit of a different approach to this and sort of made this big, wide open experience. And that showed a lot of potential from a multiplayer perspective as well. So when we finished the game originally, the team wanted to sort of sit down and sort of a small group of them and take a shot at turning this into what could be an amazing Battlefield map. It's huge. This is a really big map. This is your sort of classic Battlefield sandbox map. This is where you're going to see, tanks and planes and infantry and all of that together and sort of what is truly Battlefield. It's sort of built for that open world gameplay. With, depending on no matter how you want to play, there's something there for you.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And so how do I kind of adjust my strategy? Because it's such a wide map. Like, what am I doing?
Well, I think if you look at it, there's room for all different playstyles. So there's 6 flags on this when you're playing Conquest, and you can see here, even if you can see from the videos here, you've got, when you go into the village, it's all about infantry play and speed and flanking through the things, and the bridge in the middle, it's all about, sort of controlling that with infantry gameplay. And I think Mr. Battlefield the other day decided to just sit there with his tank and destroy me, but...
it's just something that he likes to do.
He's kind of mean, but he's not mean. He's super nice. But
no, but most importantly, I mean, again, we could go on and on and on. We're tight for time because there's so much to get through. We've got so many announcements. When can we get our hands on Al Sundan?
But so this is the first map that we're going to come in with Chapter 4. So June 27th, this is going to be available day 1, Chapter 4 for everybody.
Nice, nice. Now we've got a couple more surprises to come, but before we get into all that, let's take a look at what's coming in August towards the end of Chapter 4.
Get up close and personal. With Chapter 4 defying the odds, new and intense close-quarter maps are coming to Battlefield 5. By popular demand, we're bringing more maps to players craving tighter types of multiplayer, specially tailored for intimate infantry combat. The new Battlefields will challenge your squad in unique ways. Teamwork, skill, and adaptation are your keys to victory.
Muchas cosas que tengo que cambiar porque no entiendo por qué va tan.
Fight to an explosives production facility in Lofoten Islands and unseat the Axis occupation in Provence. Prepare to assemble your team and rise above your enemies, and prepare to learn more about these new battlefields later in the year.
Para el de mañana, el de Microsoft.
Now, to help us break down these new maps, Ryan and I are joined by Mr. Battlefield himself, Lars Gustafsson. I don't know if you made that up yourself. But oh, and because he asked nicely, we also let Freeman come down from his weird place up there.
You're worse than my Firestorm teammates. You just leave me behind everywhere.
But we can all understand why that happens. Do you want to take over this one for the start?
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah,
Lars, these are very different then to the 2 maps we've already shown so far today. Tell us about them.
They are. I mean, taking a step back, we've been closely monitoring how players engage in tides of war, and no surprise, I mean, they love the bigger modes like Conquest. It's always been kind of a Battlefield pillar. But it's been super fun to watch how they engage with passion and dedication in the smaller modes, like Squad Conquest, for example, which really become a success. And with that in mind, then we've, together with the DICE LA studio, they've been going at it, tailoring maps that are specially made for smaller modes. and there's such being able to give that, the close quarter feeling, the tight, what you say, the intimate combat.
Intimate infantry combat.
Oh yeah, we need that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Intimate infantry.
We're making that platoon when we get back.
I mean, what kind of the sort of like key strategies then when you're playing close quarters on this map?
As we see with these smaller game modes, I mean, the key to this is just really good team play, really good squad play, and so sticking together and not leaving anybody behind, like Mr. Freeman over here, unless he's.
But I mean, what if you want to leave him behind? Can you?
Then it's acceptable. I think.
Because I would.
It's two beautiful maps.
It'd just be a spinning number plate.
It would be, yeah.
As you saw, Lofoten, it's serenity, beautiful Nordic countryside, but then kind of ripped open with gunfire and everything amongst villas and factory equipment. And then Provence, I plan to take my wife there, pastilles on the square.
Stop destroying places you want to take your family. It's weird.
I'll take Ryan.
Yeah, take him instead and then go to town.
But it's beautiful cobblestones, lots of good flanking routes, and it's the smaller maps really allows you to master every inch of it. So it's really about, knowing your battlefield.
I mean, again, we could go on and on to talk about all of these maps, but we've got one more map to show off, and I want to make sure we have time to get through it. But first, Lars, you brought with him some news about some kind of core gameplay updates we know that you've all been waiting for, so you're excited about this one.
Lars, you know how much time I'm spending online.
Falta FIFA y después de FIFA yo creo que paramos la vara.
Let's not delve.
Big community features we've announced this month. Increase max rank. Private games. Let's talk max rank. What can you tell us?
Let's talk max rank. We do know, and it's been loudly made to us, our kind of awareness, that there are players out there too skilled who maxed out on rank 50 too quickly. So we've taken that to heart, and we're now taking the max rank from 50 to 500. So it's quite a leap. And it's
Battlefield 500 now.
So truly a journey for our players to go on, moving forward.
And it's a grind train, but what are people getting if they're on it?
Yeah, what are we getting?
We're all in it. We want the goodies.
Shit.
Set of dog tags. So lots of ways of showing off your mastery on your journey towards, that the world domination.
It's already happening.
August is the time. So it's almost here.
Almost here.
So world domination for Lars by August.
Yeah, so I wondered if we were talking about world domination or when that was happening, but all right.
Private games then. The other massive thing that we know players want. What we got?
Yes. I mean, another one that's our lovely community have been vocal about. And previously, for those of you who've been with Battlefield, it was called RSP, the Rented Server Program. But now we're shifting over to private games. And what it means, the beautiful thing with it is, the baseline package that comes out is free for everyone that plays Battlefield 5. So a beautiful package, it's there to let you set up your servers and kind of create your experiences, whether you want to capture or, play with your friends. And Freeman, you can play with us. For sure.
Thanks.
You can sit with them. And obviously, you love getting all that community feedback, so hit him up, mrbattlefield@aol.com, and let him know.
Well, just saying,
that is the thing, though. Like, we're not finished when we're done, right?
No, exactly. It's coming in, let's see,
September.
Yeah.
And at that time, we want you to dive on it, set up your servers, play it, and give us feedback, since this is kind of just the beginning of the journey with the private games. We want to hear what did we do right and where should we shape up and take it
que le den feedback ahí.
Be with us and be
que el juego lo liberan en septiembre y que espera que les den feedback para seguir mejorando.
Thank you very much for it. We've got more though, Julia. We've got more.
You're almost.
Well, it's just going to get a bit weird and fighty up here in a minute. Well, as promised, we've got one more Battlefield map to show you. It's called Operation Underground. Ryan, talk us through what we're about to see.
Y bueno, lo increíble es que parece que es free to play.
This is the ultimate definition of a passion
van a hacer
project.
un Battlefield free to play.
The original designer for Operation Metro, when we finished Battlefield 5 and shipped it,
no
he
es algo que
wanted to
todas
do
las
something that he just was truly
computadoras
invested in. So he
puedan
kind of
correr,
went down and he sat down and he came back with what was Operation Underground. And when he showed it to the team, we knew we just had to make this. And I think Lars is sort of being part of that journey in the beginning. I mean, you know how much this meant to the team.
Yeah, I mean, I was there when we started to build the maps for Battlefield 3. And early on, it was kind of a brainstorm. I still remember it was tons of images on the wall. We challenged the team to, where do you want to fight? Everything from subway to shopping mall to God knows everywhere.
Yeah.
And then the team started, or someone smart, not me, apparently, said, do I only get to pick one?
Díganme ahí si se escucha una interferencia, es creo que el micrófono, aunque yo no hable, como que tiene sonido. Entonces tal vez es que haya ahí una interferencia.
One meal, you want 3 lots of meals all in one meal, right? Yeah.
So you can see, when you see kind of it spinning in behind us here, you can see the true inspiration, but what Inge-Göran and the talented crew with him has done is to kind of take at heart the feedback from the original Metro and started to provide especially a lot of flanking routes so that you can kind of move around and be smart about it. And tons of easy to spot ones, but also
Everyone
the most
loves
sneaky
a
ones.
sneaky flank. Everyone loves a sneaky flank. Cheeky, sneaky flank.
I mean, I think as you look at it, like this is not Metro remastered. This is, as the guys look at it, sort of reimagined. And I think you've got a bunch of different diverse areas. You've got big open courtyards, at street level and narrow streets, and you go down into where you see in the video here where the subway cars are and into the sub basements, and you're going to find a whole bunch of different things and different ways to play and different styles. And I know the guys have a few surprises in there as well that I think the community is really going to enjoy when they get there.
Básicamente dice que van a haber muchas cosas nuevas, nuevos personajes, nuevos mapas, y mucha jugabilidad, y que van a también mostrar un par de sorpresas para los
I know I can't wait for October.
Gamers.
I have a cracking time playing it in playtest. I'm so looking forward for everyone else getting to play it too, and everything else that's on these new maps.
Oh yeah,
Amazing
but those aren't the only surprises. This is the problem. We've got too much to get through. I'm just like, stop talking.
Bueno, ya dice que
We've got
necesita
so many surprises
sorpresas.
for you. So today we're giving you never before seen details on Battlefield 5.
Detalles nunca antes vistos de Battlefield 5.
Here's a little look at what the team's been working on.
Vamos a ver. Supongo que con eso terminan. Ya ha durado bastante. Oh, lo traicionó. Uf, es que soy igual. Qué idiota que soy. Yo iba a decir, se ve hermoso y eran imágenes de la vida real, señor.
Releasing this fall with Chapter 5 of Battlefield 5. As the US and Japan enter the fight, you'll clash across several battlefields, including a modern take on an absolute classic, Iwo Jima. Since Battlefield began, the Pacific Theater has been part of its DNA. Now, we're crafting the ultimate reimagining of the conflict. By capturing real-life environments and using the power of Frostbite, we're bringing you the Pacific realized with today's capabilities and technology. Take part in the US invasions as their unstoppable forces charge inland towards unwavering Japanese defenses. Use new amphibious units to pummel the war-ridden shores, and an expanded arsenal to bring your squad to victory. We have a lot more to share about the Pacific and how it will evolve Battlefield 5 later in the year. Stay tuned.
Okay, most importantly, you went on like a bunch of like research trips. Like, let's find out more about that.
Mi canal que ocupo borrar, pero no sé cómo.
It's hard work. I know, it's amazing how many people are willing to make that extra effort to go to Hawaii in January in Stockholm. So it's quite impressive. We really appreciate the team putting in that work.
Oh yeah, taking one for the team.
But obviously, I mean, this is the big new addition to Battlefield 5. So going back, new theater of war in the Pacific. I mean, this is a homecoming for Lars. I mean, not Iwo Jima itself, but the development of it.
Hasta ahorita el comentario, Juan, que no le dio tiempo a llegar al baño.
Where the beard come from?
Yeah.
Qué madre.
1,000 yards. Yeah.
No, but jokes aside, it's having been with Battlefield all through the journey, it's really where it all started. Battlefield 1942. The Pacific Theater, and already when we started to talk about this game, the journey through the Second World War, everyone came up and kind of, when do we go to the Pacific?
Disculpen ahí por ese ruido extraño.
1942, Battlefield 1943, we've been there before, but this is in a new way.
And I think the great thing, I mean, we hear a lot from the community, and I know
Y atención presté a lo que dijo, la verdad.
Where are my U.S. forces? Where's my Japanese army? And get to sit here in LA today and tell everybody that it's coming, Chapter 5, you're going to get those things. You're going to see some familiar places like Iwo Jima. We've got 2 other maps coming with that, so 3 maps coming with the initial package of the Pacific in Chapter 5. Some ones I think people are going to be really happy with what they're going to see. And I just say in some that, as you can hear from the ping in the trailer, some iconic weapons and things as well.
my grand, it's coming, right?
Yes. We're living for the ping, so I mean, we wouldn't go to Iwo Jima without kind of the weaponry and the hardware. So bringing tons of iconic weapons, gadgets, and also, after all, it's Battlefield. So of course, there will be a new set of vehicles, and we want to take that extra step and kind of start giving you the boats, fulfilling that sandbox of land, air, and sea. And the team has focused hard on capturing kind of that invasion experience. I mean, it was very much about island hopping during the war. So capturing the invasion experience and the amphibious warfare. So there's tons of new stuff and new gameplay to look forward to.
And beautiful locations that you ultimately destroy.
Dicen que FIFA 20 para Nintendo Switch solo va a actualizar plantillas y equipaciones. O sea, no va a haber así como algo nuevo, realmente nuevo. Solo plantillas y equipaciones. Y para eso, bueno, no sé si en Nintendo Switch se pueda, como se podía en Play 2 o como se puede en Play 3, no sé, en Play 4, de ponerle parches a los juegos para actualizarlos sin necesidad de comprarse uno nuevo. Eso sirve por unos 2 o 3 años, o hasta más, dependiendo de qué tanto actualizan el juego. Pero al parecer para Nintendo Switch solo va solo va a contemplar plantillas y equipaciones nuevas, nada más. Nada más, nada nuevo, nada, ni gráficas, ni nada. O sea, ellos tratan el Switch como un Play 2. Yo me acuerdo cuando ya estaba el Play 3 y el Play 2, y aún sacaban juegos para Play 2, FIFA y PES. Lo que tiraban era eso, nada más, solo eso actualizaban plantillas y equipaciones. Al parecer van a hacer lo mismo con el Nintendo Switch. Creo que terminó Battlefield 5. Sigue FIFA. Ahora sí es FIFA Time. 7 minutos y medio. Así que Juan, si ocupa ir a cagar de nuevo, vaya. Bueno, si todavía está ahí. Viene FIFA 20. Pero sí, al parecer entonces Switch, solo equipaciones y plantillas. Obviamente eso no lo van a decir en el evento. Habrá que ver si algún día Konami se digna a sacar Pro Evolution para la Switch, pero a EA Sports no le gusta mucho el Switch, a Epic Games tampoco, pero hay desarrolladoras que sí, como Platinum Games, como Bethesda, Square Enix más o menos, Capcom no mucho. ¿Qué me está faltando? Así, las más conocidas. No es mucho apoyo el que recibe la Switch, a pesar de ser una de las consolas más vendidas en la historia. Increíble. Increíble, tiene 30 y resto de millones. Y yo creo que sí, facilito llega a los 60, más con Pokémon, que es una de las cosas que más venden Switch. Y ya anunciaron el nuevo Pokémon, que la verdad se ve bastante bien para hacer un Pokémon. Se ve que quisieron meterle cosas nuevas.
So many new maps, updates, and
algunos mapas nuevos, actualizaciones.
That's what I call a Battlefield show, everybody. For those of you just tuning in,
eso es lo que trae Battlefield 5 para todos.
And I'm coming to you live from EA Play, where fans are getting hands-on with some amazing new content. If you're in LA and you're not at EA Play, what are you doing? E3 starts tomorrow. You have nothing to do today. It's free. Just come on by. It's great. And for the rest
of you, es gratis. Battlefield es gratis. Entonces ahí tiene que aprovechar. Ojo, se me paró un poco. Ahí está. Ah, se está parando. Pero esto no es por el internet, ojo. Esto es por YouTube. Por YouTube. Va a bajarle un poco la calidad, ¿no? Ojo. Si no se está parando, pero ya eso no es culpa mía. Por lo menos se paró ahorita y no en la transmisión de Apex, que fue como la más esperada, aunque tampoco fue que la vio mucha gente. Que sí me cagué y dije, qué madre, man. A todos nos ha pasado. Lo peor que podía pasar era que se cagaran encima de la compu o del cel, o que dejara apestoso el cuarto si lo está viendo en el cuarto. Un nuevo FIFA Street no van a meter. Lo que no sé es que si en FIFA 19 está lo del fútbol femenino. Creo que sí está, ¿verdad? FIFA 19. Quién lanzan a FIFA 20. Tal vez metan selecciones sub-20. Entonces, podríamos jugar el Mundial sub-20 actual, que no estoy seguro de dónde es. Que ya llegaron a semifinales ahí Italia, Mali creo, no, Italia eliminó a Mali. O fue Mali que eliminó a Colombia, ya. Qué memoria, no me acuerdo. Pero bueno, repasando un poco los horarios, bueno. EA termina ahora como a las como a la 1 de la tarde más o menos, o sea en una hora aproximadamente. Sí, aproximadamente en una hora. Enhanced and continue to explore more lore and let the personalities of the prequel heroes. Como a la 1:30 puede ir terminando el de EA Sports. No, pero no es eso, solo Sports. Después Microsoft lo tenemos mañana a las 2 de la tarde, que ese está muy interesante, pero es muy largo. Dicen que va a durar unas 2 horas. Bueno, no es como que el de EA haya sido muy corto. Bethesda lo tiene a las 6:30 el domingo, mañana también, sí. Mañana hay 3, ojo, mañana hay 3 para Costa Rica, digamos. Para otros horarios, como en Canarias o en España, para Europa. El de Bethesda ya es el lunes en la madrugada. Entonces Microsoft mañana a las 2, Bethesda a las 6:30 y Devolver Digital a las 8. Voy a buscar un poco de Devolver Digital, qué juegos desarrolla, porque la verdad no tengo idea. Juegos desarrollados. Supuestamente Netflix también tenía una presentación en el E3, pero no se sabe absolutamente nada al respecto. Eso sí está curioso.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. Now it's time to talk about competition of a different kind, ladies and gentlemen. Are you enjoying EA Play, everyone here?
Katana Zero.
Well, it wouldn't be EA Play if we didn't get into a few different things. Alex Golden Boy Mendez is going to be hitting the football pitch with FIFA 20.
No desarrollan nada así
como reveal trailer that dropped this morning with some very special guests that will tell you
como
more
destacables,
about the newest
como
way to play FIFA, Volta Football.
Una productora indie. Ahora sí, 2 minutos para FIFA, un poco menos de 2 minutos para FIFA. Lo anuncian y me cago otra vez. Microsoft mañana, Sony no va a estar, el gran ausente de la E3. Y Nintendo el martes a las 10 de la mañana al parecer. Sí, a las 10 de la mañana Nintendo. Microsoft mañana a las 2, Nintendo el martes a las 10 de la mañana, Square Enix el lunes a las 7 de la noche, Ubisoft el lunes hay varios, 1, 2, 3, 4, hay 5. El lunes tenemos Upload Virtual Reality a las 10 de la mañana, PC Gaming a las 11 de la mañana, Limited Run Games a la 1 de la tarde, Ubisoft, que se me olvidó mencionarlo antes, que también es una desarrolladora importante, a las 2 de la tarde, y Square Enix a las 7 de la noche. Y al parecer cierra Nintendo el martes a las 10 de la mañana. No veo otro horario ahí de alguno destacable. Vamos a ver qué desarrolla Limited Run Games. Títulos de terror como Layers of Fear, Action Verge, que no tengo idea de cuál es. Vamos a ver qué más. Yooka-Laylee para Nintendo Switch. Y vienen para Switch, Play 4 y Xbox al parecer. Son los que desarrollaron Observer de Play 4. Y ahí está el de FIFA. Ahora sí me callo y veamos el de FIFA. Ahí está confirmado FIFA Street.
And today we're here to talk about FIFA 20. Now, if you caught the brand new trailer that dropped this morning, you already know that Volta Football is a new way to play, returning football to the street. FIFA to the streets. You like that? All right, now, for those of you who missed it, let's take a look. Give me a pass.
Ahora sí, vamos a ver qué trae de nuevo. FIFA Street confirmado. Ya. Que jeta, Juan la pegó. No sé si había escuchado rumores usted al respecto, pero parece ser que sí. Incluirán un modo FIFA Street, parece, no han confirmado nada. Hueputa, no se pegue. Voy a tener que darle la resolución para ver si es eso. Y ahí se queda cargando y me cago en la boca. Sí, FIFA Street confirmado, Juan. Confirmado, se cagó de nuevo. Ah, se cagó de nuevo. FIFA Street confirmado. Muy interesante FIFA Street. Pero entonces en Nintendo Switch no lo va a incluir, según la noticia que leí ahora de que para Nintendo Switch solo van a actualizar plantillas y uniformes. No van a actualizar modos de juego ni nada más. Por tanto, FIFA Street viene, pero para Play 4, Xbox One y Play y PC. Volta Football.
Now, in a bit, I'm going to be chatting with
FIFA 20
Sam
parece
Rivera, the lead
incluye. Esa es la novedad, la gran
FIFA
novedad,
20 about
incluye
some of the new
FIFA
gameplay
Street.
features that are going to be coming to FIFA 20. But first, we go across the pond. Last week, singer-songwriter and Fulham footballer Chelsea Grimes caught up with some special guests to give us the details on Volta Football and the culture that inspired it. Check it out.
I'm in London with Volta producer Jeff Antwi and Manchester United and England legend Rio Ferdinand to talk about a subject close to my heart.
Dice que le gusta la leyenda inglesa Rio Ferdinand, que para mí también es de los jugadores ingleses que más recuerdo. Ferdinand y Steven Gerrard.
We're here in London.
Ah, que la acompaña Rio Ferdinand. De los mejores defensas de la historia.
No, this was where I grew up. This is exactly what I've done.
Cartago campeón.
In there, the ball never goes out of play. Physically, it's demanding. You're forced to almost have a personality and show a personality in there. Do you know what I mean? The
There's
demands.
Definitely no hiding in there.
Oh no, you can't hide in there.
So I used to play in the street with all the boys.
Rip
and
EA
kind of
dicen
saying, you know, we'd learn how
algunos
to bounce it off
comentarios.
the curb and use the walls on people's houses as another player. What was it for you that made you want to bring it even into the game?
For us, it's a return to street football for the FIFA franchise, and we're really excited about being able to be in places like this.
Productor de Volta.
The real people, the real places, authenticity, creativity, culture are all things that we wanted to bring to Volta.
Look at that guy's footwork.
Yeah, the footwork's it's amazing. That's what you can do in Volta, though. So that's part of the detail in the gameplay.
So you can do like all these mad tricks like this.
Well, just being able to be really skillful with the ball at your feet. You know, whether it's a classic futsal drag, or being able to play it off the wall to yourself to beat your opponent, or flick it up over your head to create space for an on goal.
Can you use like all of the players from like the professional teams?
Absolutely. So obviously with it being FIFA, we want to make sure that authenticity is at the forefront. And so you can play with or against the real players, all the licensed players that we have, all the licensed clubs. You can imagine playing Chelsea versus Spurs in this London cage.
Es lo que ya se sabe, digamos que puede jugar con o contra el equipo que quiera. Imagínense un Chelsea ahí. Serán equipos ingleses porque como ya dijo antes están en Inglaterra. Al parecer Volta es de Inglaterra, la compañía.
There's so many locations that you can play with, from a rooftop in Tokyo to a London cage like this, or even
una en Tokio, una en Londres.
So, you know, we want to make sure that what we're building is, you know, real to the space, real to the people.
Well, where's the craziest place you play football?
I was actually in a camp in LA, and I played a bit of soccer there, which I
Dice que ella está en una competencia en Los Ángeles.
The pitches are a lot nicer than when I
Jugando
grew up
soccer,
playing Liverpool.
entre comillas.
Maybe in a favela in Brazil. I went to the World Cup in Brazil. My first one I did as a pundit. I managed to go into the favelas and have a little look. It was crazy, man. And amongst that was just like a pitch in the middle of it, in a cage. A bit like here, but it's just different setting.
Right. What type of football were you playing?
We played whoever was there. So you just play with the numbers you've got. If there was 3v3, fine. If it was 5-a-side, not a problem.
Yeah.
So
what's great is that's Volta. Being able to play 3v3, 4v4, 5v5, playing with goalkeepers, playing without
goalkeepers. Van a incluir modos 3 versus 3, 4 versus 4 y 5 versus 5 al parecer. Porque está hablando que eso es lo increíble de Volta, que tiene esas oportunidades.
You can treat the wall like your teammate, passing to yourself, or you can be really skillful with the ball, like these guys are being.
Ole.
Volta football is such a diverse game, and for millions of people around the world, streets is their stadium. So for you guys, what are some of the fundamental things that you take away from the streets, and what translates to the stadiums?
Small-sided games, 3 versus 3, 5-a-sides. I grew up in this environment. I think it enables you definitely to be able to deal with people 1v1, because in a game in a stadium, in front of thousands of people, you're going to have to deal with someone 1v1 like this, with bigger spaces. So getting used to that in this type of environment is, I think, for a young player, is key.
Having a personality, not being afraid to try something new here. Yeah. And obviously, eventually you can go and put it onto the big stage. So I think this is you go and express yourself.
I think definitely the word, that key word, express.
Una manera de intentar de experimentar algo nuevo.
I think individually, as a team.
Street football is, for a lot of people, it's foundational. And it translates to the stadiums, and for Volta, that's kind of how we built the gameplay experience. And so we're really excited about what we can represent, and being able to represent the flair and the style that you guys just talked about.
I think a lot of people as well used to always associate skills and flair without the end product. I think that's what's great about this game, is that end product's always king.
Really want to know is, can you create female players?
Absolutely. I think that's one of the biggest innovations. You can play male or female, and they play with each other as well, and that's an important part of it.
Oiga, eso sí está interesante. Puede crear equipos de ambos sexos juntos, puede combinarlos, puede combinar mujeres con hombres y escoger cuáles jugadores.
Being able to establish the culture that is street football through clothing, through how you look, your personal style. You can have short hair, long hair. You can have tattoos, no tattoos. You can play with trainers.
A lot of the time
puede escoger si tatuajes o no tatuajes, pelo largo o no pelo largo.
Play good.
Los tenis, todo.
Some of it's superstition, it's all of that all in one. If you can get that into a game and transfer that and translate that into the cage, you got it made.
That's a big part of Volta football, just being able to represent the people as they are. We want it to be authentic, we want it to be diverse, we want it to be cultural and creative, and a lot of that is how you equip yourself and how you carry yourself and how you represent yourself in the game.
Samba. Yeah.
Jeff, thank you so much. Rio, it's been a pleasure. I can't wait to play Volta, so I'll see you in the cage.
Un placer, espero que jueguen Volta.
Well, there you have it. Volta football, pretty cool stuff there. Now, I can't wait to get my hands on it later this summer. But to talk to us about the exciting new gameplay updates and innovations that are going to be coming to FIFA 20, we have FIFA lead gameplay producer Sam Rivera here standing by. Sam, welcome.
Thanks, Alex. It's great to be here.
Give it up. Give it up for Sam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Pleasure to have you here, my friend. Now, here's the deal. I knew this coming into this. When they asked me to do this gig, I was like, listen, this is going to be a tricky one, right? Because FIFA has a very passionate community. I know this. I experienced this firsthand when I hosted that FUT Champions Cup.
Tiene una comunidad muy apasionada que tiene experiencia de primera mano.
To engage with the audience, with the fans, with the community on FIFA 20's development. So why don't we dive into that? Tell me about that process and how the community played a role in making this game a reality.
Absolutely. Community feedback is a big deal for us. The combination of community
feedback de la
feedback
comunidad,
and football itself is what
el
inspires us
fútbol por sí
every year
mismo
to
se
keep
expande
innovating and to
cada
create
año.
the most
Por eso hay que
authentic and fun
mantenerse
experience
innovando
we can.
para hacer la
And we know we have a big community.
experiencia
so
la
this
más
year we
divertida
actually
que
talked
ellos
to over
puedan.
3,000 players, from pro players to new players, casual players, hardcore players, and
Dicen
because
que
we
hay
know this
pro
is a
players, o
two-way
sea,
conversation,
jugadores pro,
we
jugadores
released an
nuevos,
important
jugadores
pitch notes
expertos,
article
jugadores
at the end
hardcore
of May,
y que tienen
where
que
we
cumplir con
explain a
todas las
little bit more about
expectativas.
how we approach community feedback. So we listen to things like shooting inconsistencies or AI defending, and this feedback, together with our drive to create a more authentic football experience, led us to develop a new feature set that comes together as football intelligence.
Dice que ese feedback que tienen constante les permite innovar. Y se me olvidó lo que dijo, pero sí lo entendí, porque al parecer él es latino, entonces habla más
Football intelligence is
un
a
inglés más
combination of
básico,
features
más
that
entendible.
improve the three main components of the match: on the ball, off the ball, and the ball itself. And this year we're innovating in those three areas. On the ball, we're enhancing the one-on-one moments by giving you new attacking and defending tools. Off
Okay.
the ball,
Nuevas
with a
herramientas de ataque y
re-architected game
defensa
flow,
porque
we're
innovaron
giving
en el
players
1 a
more
1.
time and space on the ball. And for the ball itself, we have a brand new ball physics system that elevates the authenticity on every touch.
Sí, que está el sin bola o sin balón, con balón y por la disputa del balón.
And this is a big topic within the community.
I know.
How those players interact with you when you're playing the game. So, yeah, I mean, what is off the ball? What does that mean for us?
Yes, so off the ball, if there's something that is really going to change how the game plays, is the re-architected game flow. This new game flow was designed to give more time and space to the dribbler and create more one-on-ones. A one-on-one is one of the most interesting parts of football to watch or to play if you actually play the sport. And in FIFA, it's going to be a time where user skill is going to make a difference. And while we're creating more one-on-ones, we're also encouraging more user control defending, and we are reducing the amount of AI defensive support that you get from your teammates.
Okay, all right. So you
Reduciendo el apoyo que puede tener de sus compañeros en defensa.
And I know it seems like we're kind of just like throwing questions out here, but you know, because I'm curious, I'm really interested, right? When I have a controller in my hand, you know, what does this feel like? You know, is there what extra space is being created with this more player-controlled approach?
Yes, first of all, the re-architected game flow allows us to encourage smart technical build-up based on skill. So when you score a goal, you feel like you really worked for it. And because you mentioned space, yes, spacing is actually one of the biggest benefits of this system. You will see how your teammates spread around the pitch in a more authentic way, allowing you to read the game better and also giving you new ways for you to create your own scoring chances. And visually, just the game looks much more like real football.
Permitirle crear sus propias nuevas
for me, because Lord knows I need that. All right, which I think, you know, a lot of us feel the struggle there.
Me imagino que eso es como que cada quien pueda usar sus habilidades para crear jugadas diferentes, que no todo sea lo mismo y lo repetitivo. Se va por la banda, se entra, se quita uno, dos, tira.
We're also giving players the tools to make sure
estrategias más como en la vida real, más alternativas.
Composed finishing, strafe dribbling, control tackling, and the new penalty kicks and free kicks.
All right, so 4 big topics.
Yeah.
Let's just dive into this. Composed finishing. What do you mean by that?
Sure.
Quedó mal,
feedback from
Juan.
the community regarding the difficulty to finish in front of goal.
Okay.
So in FIFA 20, with the
quedó
new
mal porque yo no tengo Play, yo juego en
more
compu.
clinical and consistent shooting when you're in a one-on-one with the keeper, for example. And
Eso
if
es
you
un
try
fallo
a
que
more
tiene
difficult
Apex,
shot,
que debería
let's say
copiárselo a
volley
Fortnite,
from outside of the
el
box,
crossplay,
then you're going
poder
to have
jugar
more
compu
chances
con
to
Play con
miss.
compu y
So
Xbox.
overall, we are improving the fundamentals of shooting to provide a more authentic experience. And we also listen to feedback about time finishing. And we are
No había
confident
entendido el
that the changes
chiste.
that I just mentioned
Me
to the
puse a analizar
fundamentals
yo
of
cuál
shooting,
chiste fue
in
malo.
addition to some
Ya
tweaks that
entendí
we're
que
doing
este
to the
solo
actual
Apex
time
está.
finishing mechanic, are going to give you a more
Están como los
satisfying
chistes de
shooting
Pathfinder.
experience, whether you time your shot or
Cuando
not.
dice que
We are
van a
actually just
caer,
releasing another pitch
que ojalá nos
notes article
caigamos
about this
bien
topic. If you want to know more information, you
cuando
can
es el
check it
líder de
online.
salto.
Okay, so a whole topic just on this alone, which is very dedicated there. Now, you also mentioned another attacking tool, which was strafe dribbling.
Yeah.
So how is this now going to play a role in how I play out there?
Good question. So we are reinventing the strafe dribbling mechanic.
Okay.
This
Están
tool adds more dimension
la mecánica de
in attack,
dribbling.
giving you more control, more precise and agile control of the ball when dribbling.
Para mayor precisión el control del dribbling con el análogo.
And then when he's getting closer, use your player's agility, speed, and skill to beat that defender.
So if it wasn't any indication, though, you know, I'm going to be on defense quite a bit. So
we'll see.
Because of that, as a defender now, we're continuing to just run through these tools, these new gameplay additions that are coming to it. What about on the defensive front?
Yes, to counter the attacking tools, we also need to bring some innovation into defending. The new control tackling system, which uses the sophistication from the active touch system from last year, is going to improve your player's tackling ability to ensure you win possession back more often than
tiene
ever
más habilidad de tacleo, entonces va a recuperar el balón.
Intense, nerve-wracking moment in any game of FIFA. Me and my boy Rob, we went. This is a everyday thing for us. Penalty kicks.
Yes.
What changes are you making to penalty
¿Qué
kicks?
cambios van a agregar en los tiros de penal?
And free kick systems.
Okay.
So first
Dicen
of all,
que
the
cambios en el sistema de tiros libres y penales.
And more accessible. But obviously we're keeping some elements of
más
skill in there
accesibles.
to make sure there's enough depth in the mechanics for those that want to be masters on those systems. And for example, in free kicks, you're going to have full control of the spin that you apply to the ball.
En tiro libre va a tener control total del spin del balón.
Top spin, no spin, or a combination of them. And that's going to be based on how you swing your right stick. And then you will see the trajectory.
Sí, Juan,
so you
definitivamente
can go around
tienen que hacer crossplay y a eso le falta mucho a Apex.
Ultimately, these
Algo que
systems
increíblemente Fortnite sí
more,
tiene y que hay un juego que va a salir para Play 4 y para
it's more
Switch que lo va a tener.
And,
pero ahorita no
you
recuerdo el nombre.
swing your
Que
right
va a
stick and
tener
then you see the
crossplay, o sea, los
trajectory
de Switch
created,
van a
and
poder jugar
that's
con Play
the cool
4.
part.
So, you know, for like us
Con
FPS
los de
gamers
Play
out there,
4.
maybe that's something that,
No,
that I
con
can
Play
actually be
4,
good
al menos
at,
que lo
like,
compre.
with the right stick. That's awesome. All right, so on the ball, talked off the ball, but the ball. That is the most essential part of the beautiful game. So what's new with the ball?
We have a brand new ball physics system. And the ball is at the center of every match. And the innovation that we're bringing to the ball this year gives you a more authentic experience in general.
Yeah.
So we rewrote
Para
how the
mejorar
ball
la experiencia
behaves
general.
on every player contact, on every bounce, on every interaction, and how spin affects the trajectory of a shot, pass, or
La
cross.
trayectoria, los
So
pases.
what you will see is more realistic player deflections, more realistic bounces, and if you do a shot, let's say a
Que va a haber
finesse
más
shot, you will see maybe more
rechazos
curve. You do a lace shot,
realistas.
you will see
Va a ser más realista los rechazos, el manejo del balón, la trayectoria.
So the entire FIFA experience feels fresh.
Todo en general.
This new ball physics system.
Trying to get that ball to bounce in fun ways is going to create some interesting moments, especially for a lot of our top players out there. Now, I know that a lot of fans, I'm sure, are going to be very excited to try out these new features. And since you have the eyes and ears of a ton of FIFA fans right now, floor is yours. Anything else you want to say to this community?
Yes, so the features that I just talked about are very important, but there are many other changes that we're doing in FIFA 20, and a lot of them are based on community feedback. One of them is pace. We know that sometimes slower defenders can catch up with faster dribblers, so we're tweaking pace in FIFA 20. It doesn't mean that the entire game is going to be based on player speed, but it just means that player physical attributes are going to be slightly more important. We're doing something very similar for strength. And finally, for those players that have mastered the skill moves, we're obviously tuning some of them. Let's say La Croqueta, we're adding new ones. Or if you like to chain multiple skill moves in a row, then you will get a more
como la
realistic
croqueta.
outcome. We're working
No sé cuál es. Deberían agregar la costliña de Carlos Costly. Que sea una finta como que se iba a volver y pum, seguía corriendo.
I really appreciate it. Now, when can players get their hands on FIFA 20?
So it's going to be September 27th.
27 de septiembre, fecha confirmada para FIFA 20.
Access, you subscribe to EA Access, you can get hands-on September 19th.
Wow, okay. And then, of course, you know, EA Access coming to PS4.
Exactly, that's good news. So PS4 fans will also be able to play FIFA September 19th.
Algunos fans van a tener el 19 de septiembre el juego y para los demás el 27 de septiembre.
We've been talking FIFA. I've been having a blast. Sam, thank you so much, man. Guys, give it up for Sam Rivera.
Y al parecer eso fue todo. Y se despide Sam,
if you're in LA, come down,
que es parte de
FIFA,
del desarrollo de FIFA en EA.
Y
se despide Bios 94. Porque bueno, lloré toda la noche y es cansado. Ya tengo sueño, no he dormido por ver esta vara.
career mode,
y la
pro
verdad es que
clubs,
ya
Volta, and because we all know
se
you want
pone
to
un
talk
poco
about it,
tedioso.
FIFA Ultimate Team. So keep an eye out for those. I'm Golden Boy. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.
Ya hasta me pesan los párpados, pero la verdad es que a los dos que estuvieron ahí prácticamente toda la emisión, a Juan y a el Doctor, muchísimas gracias. Y aquí tal vez esté mañana un ratito para ver el de Microsoft. Y de fijo voy a estar con el de Ubisoft, con el de Square Enix. Con el de Square Enix un rato, tal vez no todo. Con el de PC Gaming fijo voy a estar. Con el de Ubisoft, Square Enix un poco. Con Bethesda tal vez esté un poco también. Microsoft voy a estar un ratito. Y con el de Nintendo. Aunque me vea muy poca gente, pero ahí vamos a estar. Así que muchísimas gracias. Y sería. Voy a tratar obviamente de ir mejorando ahí. Y el audio, la calidad, que no hayan cortes de audio como los que hubieron, la calidad del video y demás. Sería, muchachos, nos vemos pura vida. Muchas gracias, Vios94.